तो हेलो दोस्तों, आप लोगों का स्वागत है हमारे चैनल टेक्लोर्स में। और आज हम लोग बात करते हैं कंपनसेशन की। सो कैन कंपनसेशन बी अवॉर्डेड बाय द कोर्ट अंडर आर्टिकल 226 एंड आर्टिकल 32 फॉर वायलेशन ऑफ द फंडामेंटल राइट अंडर आर्टिकल 21 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया। सो हम लोग केस लॉ की हेल्प से इस टॉपिक को डिस्कस करेंगे। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। सो इंट्रोडक्शन में हम लोग बात कर लेते हैं कि देयर इज अ लैटिन मैक्सिम उबी जस्ट इबी रिमेडा विच ट्रांसलेट टू वेयर देयर इज अ राइट देयर इज अ रेमेडी। अगर वहाँ यहाँ पे एक राइट है तो वहाँ पे एक रेमेडी भी अवेलेबल है। इट इज़ नॉर्मली यूज फॉर टॉर्ट लॉ वेयर व्हेन ए रॉन्ग इज डन इट्स डिमांड सम काइंड ऑफ compensation. However, it has found its value in the public law area as well. Its meaning is not concerned just on the wrong in tort anymore, but has been extended to the public law area, especially human rights also. Okay, so thus it is necessary to give some kind of compensation in case of violation of the human right. The farmer of the constitution have embraced the basic fundamental right in the part 3rd of the Indian constitution. Article 12 to 35 enumerate various rights available to Indian citizen. The most important and the widest one lie in the Article 21. Although the state must protect the right of its citizen, often case of infringement flare up in the court. Up until the few decades ago, the people sought compensation under tort law in case of such infringement of right. Approaching the channel of the private law of sea compensation was had and tiresome. It took decades for a case to reach its end. Considering this, the Supreme Court start recognize the right to compensation for infringement of the right of life as well. So how has the right to compensation developed in India? So जो ये right to compensation है ये इंडिया में डेवलप कैसे हुआ? Let's talk about it. इसकी भी बात कर लेते हैं. So there is no right to compensation present in the Constitution of India. In case of violation of the fundamental right, the victim only had a right to approach to the court under Article 32 and 226 for their enforcement. For getting some compensation, they had to file a tort case, which was troublesome. So when the Supreme Court got a chance to examine and recognize the nuisance of the right to compensation, it did not let the opportunity slip. In Rahul Shah versus State of Bihar, the Supreme Court faced a situation where was incumbent to grant some compensation to the victim. The victim had spent 14 years in a jail after his acquittal. Due to grave injustice, the court criticized the state for not upholding the right to liberty. The Supreme Court was not in a position to refuse compensation. The Honorable Justice Chandrachud said, in these circumstances, the refusal to this court to pass an order of compensation in favor of the petitioner will be doing mere lip service to his fundamental right to liberty, which the state government has to grossly violate. Following this, the court awarded the Rudal Shah a compensation of amount rupees 30,000. Along with it, the court also established that the right to seek the compensation ordinarily resides in civil law court. So Rudal Shah case was an exception since there was a grave harm done due to the state neglect. Although the amount was barely enough to compensate for the atrocity of 14 years of unlawful custody, the Supreme Court set precedents for the compensation in the case of violation. Its subsequent year, the Supreme Court gave small amount as compensation for the violation of the right to life. Case involves illegal detention, police brutality, police humiliation by the police, public humiliation by the police. So witness the state getting remand for violation of the fundamental right. However, it was for after the famous case of Nil, Nilabati Behra versus the state of Odisha that the Supreme Court criticized the concern the concept of compensation. How has the right to compensation developed in India? It was case of death in police custody. In this case, the Supreme Court formed a distinction between the public law remedy and the private law remedy. The court ruled that the state cannot use the doctrine of sovereign immunity, rex non protest pecare. The king can do no harm to immunity itself against prosecution in case where the right to life and liberty is violated. It stated that it was a acknowledged remedy for enforcement of protection of fundamental right. It then gave a amount of 1.5 lakh rupees to Nilabati as a compensation for the infringement of the right to life. It also directed to state to bring the murderers before a court and start a criminal trial by differentiating between public law remedy and private law remedy. The court firmly rooted the right to compensation in the bed of Indians legal framework. After this case, the Supreme Court did not apply its bugs and continuously interpreted case to widen the compensatory jurisprudence. In another famous case, D.K. Basu versus State of West Bengal, the court relied on international case law to further implementation the right to compensation on violation of the fundamental right. Slowly and steadily, the right to compensation was recognized by many high courts in India. The Supreme Court and High Court diversified the right to bring more cases within its ambit. In 2000, the Supreme Court granted compensation to Bangladeshi women who raped by a few railway employees, thereby including a foreign national within the preview of this right. In 2007, the Gujarat High Court awarded 1,15,000 rupees on an interim basis to the representative of the minor who commit suicide due to rape by police. In another case, the Delhi High Court awarded a whopping amount of 10 lakh rupees to the petitioner whose husband has died due to negligence attitude of the state authorities. This ruling further extended the right to compensation to the case of negligence of public bodies. Thus, the right to compensation has been developed over a course of 3 decades and through numerous judgments. But how is the compensation calculated? Does the court give compensation in every case? There is no precise law regarding the calculation of the quantum of compensation to being given to the victim. Although the right of compensation had been recognized in India, the amount of compensation poses an issue. The court are inconsistent, it's giving compensation. Following are the some example of tracking the compensation amount awarded in some major case regarding them will allow you to see an irregular trend the amount of compensation given the aggrieved. For example, the court award 30,000 for wrongful confinement in 1983 and 10,000 to victim to the public humiliation in 1991 and 10 lakh to a rape victim in 2000 and 15 lakh to the for the rape and torture to minor resulting in her health and death in 2006, 2,70,000 for abduction and harassment in minor in 2009. Mostly recently, a petitioner was awarded 18 lakh 72 1 lakh 87,200 for unlawful custody. So it's a 1 lakh 87,000 for unlawful custody. So right to compensation की बात करते हैं. Beside the erectism, the court also extremely caution while giving compensation. They do not give the compensation in every case of infringement of fundamental right under the public law. Usually the case of violation of the right enriched in Article 21 of the compensation, Article 21 of the Constitution that affect a court concise are tried for calculating compensation. In other cases, the petitioner are relegated to the remedy available in tort law. As in Sube Singh versus the state of Haryana, a court gave a condition to be fulfilled before ordering compensation. Every court should ascertain if the violation of the right to life is patent and interconvertible. After this, the court may proceed to give whatever compensation if it deems fit. This shows how vigilant the court remain while hearing a case pretending to the right to compensation. However, the question attitude of the court is granting compensation is justified because if all the cases for compensation for violation of the right to life are allowed, then there will be an influx of people filing public case in the simplest matter where a private law would be more feasible. It will disturb the daily routine of higher court and consume the previously they need to solve other cases. So conclusion पे हम लोग बात कर लेते हैं. How the court in India recognize and expand the right to compensation indicate their desire to act as a custodian to human right. However, the attitude of the government and police authorities have not changed much. They are insistent in instance of gross misconduct resulting in violation of the right to life present even today. Moreover, the quantum of the compensation fluctuates drastically in every case. The reason the discretion of awarding compensation lie with the judge hearing the case. He may be give any amount of compensation. This causes a lot of people to suffer due to inadequate or no compensation, as there is need to be formulate a uniform code that will help to determine the compensation to be awarded. A legal jurisprudential unified system established by the legislature to bind the court and provide the best remedy to the citizen. The right to compensation is a crucial fact of law. There must be appropriate provision for through enforcement of the right only when will be citizen live in a safe country. So it's all about the compensation under Article 21. We discuss all the case law, and if you like the video, please like, comment, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.